It's Alex, and we are gonna try to do a kind of quick beginner guide for the year 2024 for Marvel Strike Force. So let's start. So this is a, let's say, branded as a character or hero collector game, but it's actually more of a resource management game. So you get those stuff, the gear that you use to, and the swords and many other things to use to increase and to build up your best characters. As you see, I'm playing the game for more than 2 years, and I have many characters that I haven't touched at all because uh, not all characters are the same. It's not like some characters counter other characters, or like some characters are equal with each other. Usually the newest teams are better than the previous ones. That's why because they want to sell you those characters, and if they were the same level, you wouldn't buy them. But if they are like 20% better than the previous team, or 30%, then you're gonna buy the new, or some people are gonna buy at least, the new character, and you're gonna stay motivated. Even if you are completely free to play, you're gonna be motivated to continue playing, to collecting new characters, to build them up. And then when you finish with this team, there's already the new team out. So it's a continuous chase that you need to be a bit on top of, or to know what the meta is, what the best characters are in the game, and to prioritize those. So build accordingly. Build the best characters like Apocalypse and like Super Scroll and Black Cat and Kang the Conqueror and Spider Weaver, and don't build characters like Shield Operative, Hydra Sniper, Hand Archer, and Strife. Venom is getting a rework maybe, but after he gets reworked, and that's one of the things. Some characters like Hulk or many characters, Captain America, they're getting back in the spotlight, or even Nick Fury. So they're getting hella here. They're released, and maybe after like 2 years they get reworked. But here's the thing: let's say Hulk. At some point you might have built the Wave 1 Avenger team, which is these characters, and they're good for a beginner. They're popular characters. Some characters have some uses, but now they're not like very recommended to build anymore. Then you have them as a team at some point. Then there's a new team coming out, the Gamma team. Let's say now it's not a new team, but it's still kind of relevant in the game. And they add their Hulk. They rework Hulk and they give him some stuff that work with Gamma. And you want to watch synergies, like what synergies are like Gamma gain armor. When Gamma is attacked, feels built back by 15%, and newer teams have more synergies. So if you put, let's say, Red Hulk with Brawn, that's the new character, then in War, Gamma allies gain 200% resistance. So Hulk gains a new tag for Gamma when he was updated, and Brawn gives him resistance. So you need to build Brawn basically, and you can use Hulk again. That's with a lot of teams. That's why I'm saying like Symbiote is going to get a reworked Venom, but generally you want to build the newest characters or the reworked ones, and completely ignore character. Like, why waste your gold here to ranking up? You have limited gold to bring characters up some levels. You need to have those the training mats to build them up, and these are limited as well. You don't have like if I bring him to 95, you see I don't have enough to bring him to 95 because these are limited. You cannot bring cooperative, and then I cannot build Lizard. That's a good character that is new when I acquire him. And there's the new event here with milestones that usually give you like new characters. Usually here at the monthly event, there are some great rewards that you want to chase, and there are other, let's say, weekly milestones that you have to look here. You need to play on Cosmic Crucible battle and spend ISO 8 campaign energy to those that are great rewards. Then you need to prioritize game modes. So at the beginning you only build or you build mainly one team for arena. So you go here in your arena squad and you build the best arena characters. You have everyone available. For the beginning, for new players, maybe characters like Infinity Watch, like especially like Phyla Welg and Gamora and Nebula are very available early on in the game. Maybe you get those three characters and add someone like Kessel with them that right now is available early on. Maybe they change their, but still is new, easy to acquire. And when you get your hands on Kang the Conqueror and Eternals, when you can get those characters that are not too difficult to unlock, use those maybe with some other speed characters like Emma Frost, Loki pairs well with Cersei, and where's Loki? And Loki has a benefit like you can get him as you start the game. They give him as a gift. When you do something, let's show you what to do. You need to do to get Loki. You need to get here where you set the account and you sign in with Spotify or something like this. When you do this, it's like creating an email. It's like 15 seconds to do this. Then here at the bottom, you'll find like a free claim with 100 Loki shards, 1000 power cores, and I think 10 gold orbs. And Loki right now is good in the game. He's a reward character, so it's very nice to build Loki and Eternals and Kang and Emma, let's say. Or if you can get your hands on earlier on in characters, even like Gambit that you can get early on. Let me show you something here. There's like here that says redeem gift. It sends you to their website. Let's press it. Okay, we're back. So here you can use like a code like cards, give you 100 gambit shards, a welcome, give you some orbs as a beginner player, and there's a weird one that 1 second to find it. So it's this one here. It gives you 100 Hela shards and some other things as a beginner player. Let's go back in game. Okay, so you can use Gambit, which is a great character and has gotten early work, so it's amazing, a very good investment for Gambit, and Hela in Arena, and then see what your opponents have, like characters above you, when you can unlock, for example, Secret Defenders. There are the most powerful Arena team right now, and usually you see what characters above you are using. So people need to see what I'm using and use this team on offense, and to check what my defense is and use something like this. But if you go, let's say, to rank 100, they're not using the same team, so they need to check what and to usually the people above you, their team beats yours, especially like, let's say that I'm number 1 now, then I get at number 5. Usually the person that when I go back and I say that I'm number 5 and let's say he beats me and he's at number one. Then I see here, and what they used here is their attack to beat me. So I can see that this team beats my defense. So maybe when I face the next defense, I can try use this team that I have, uh, and if I see like a defense that is hard to beat, I can use those. You can stay up to date with this, and the good thing about arena teams is that they are used everywhere. So you can use them right at the beginning, you can use them at Alliance War, you can use them at Cosmic Crucible, you can use them at Dark Dimension, you can use them in Blitz. You don't really need them in Blitz. You can destroy the campaigns. It's very they're very flexible, and you get a lot of value. And you start with arena that requires only one team to use, or like 10 characters, like a few characters for offense, a few for defense, maybe like six or seven every arena meta. And they give you the premier currency, that is power cores, that the best thing to spend them on is the campaign energy, the 50 core refreshes. Maybe some other energies when there's an event, like right now is for spending isolate campaign energy that I show you, and because I spend on those, maybe I will get all those stuff here, and I already got all those stuff here, partly because I'm spending isolate campaign energy. So you want to coordinate this parkour spending with milestone events, and you get a lot of rewards. And you can use parkours for many things in game, but the best things to spend them is this, or some people like to use them for newer characters. That maybe here, if I want to unlock Lizard, that's a new character, I can spend 675 parkours and I have a chance of getting some shards from him. Usually, because the chances are very low to unlock him, I need to spend like a few thousand parkours, and I would do this only for very good characters. As a side note, Nightcrawler, that might be, when you're watching this video, might be on the orbs here, is probably a great character to spend parkours on to unlock. But in any case, after arena you go for raids that you also unlock very early on, and with raids, as you're going to doom raids and then incursion raids, then you need specific traits. So if you go here, you need to have mutant characters build up, you need to have bio characters build up, you need to have skill characters, you need to have mystic, and you need to have tech. That's the 5 origins, and there's different teams for that. Right now the best raid teams, but now they're kind of changing. The first two I will set in place, so Bifrost and Pegasus, are very highly recommended, and the other three, like Death City, is now getting replaced by the new team with Nightcrawler, Extreme X-Men, they're called, with Gambit and Cyclops, that are getting reworked, and the Rebirth now will be getting replaced with a new team that will also have Venom, that I spoke about, Hive Mind or something like this. Hive team, I don't know you. It's best, if you haven't built them up, to start building the new teams and completely ignore those. And then with skill you have invaders, but they're also getting replaced, so it's not good to invest too much into them. And then you go into war, which has some good rewards, but also in alliance raids here you get all those milestone rewards that are very great, and you get the ranking rewards that are also like huge every 2 weeks, and you get the node rewards. Every time you beat a node you get those stuff here, and some T4 ability that are somewhat scarce in the game, and then you can go into Crucible. That maybe you need to prioritize, because But definitely you need to prioritize Cosmic Crucible more than War, but you unlock it later, that's what I'm saying. But if you have unlocked Cosmic Crucible, maybe prioritize Cosmic Crucible, because Arena needs one team and get some great rewards. Then Raid needs 5 teams. Cosmic Crucible needs 12 teams. 6 on offense and 6 on defense. And they give out like some stuff here with the diamonds and Elite 7 credits that are very good, because then you get all those when you compete in those game modes. You get all this currency, you get the gold that you can spend on as a side note, this is usually a bad place to spend power cores, but if I was needing only 5 vol shards and she wasn't to get her to the next star or to unlock her, and she wasn't farmable, that what I mean farmable is like here you can farm 2 character shards, or here if you farm those you can get you have a chance to get 2 shards. And if she wasn't farmable, I needed only 5, and I had more than 450 cores to spend, and knew that I would have enough for the to compete in the milestones that I talked about before. I would seriously consider that if I knew that it was an important character and goal is, and you get all those stuff here that you can buy by gold. That if you're low on this, I recommend to buy them. But then why buy this? I have like 21,000, and I would buy this that I have only one if I wanted to use it. And then it's smart to spend gold and energy in patches like here. For the first gold that you spend, you get some rewards. After you spend 6 million gold, you get almost 0 extra rewards. So you are incentivized to spend gold, especially until here, that it also gives you power cores that I think is 1.1 million gold or 1.75, something like this. And when you spend energy, you're getting all those here, the stuff here, and all the stuff here. These get updated when you go at a higher level in game and give you more rewards closer to what your bottlenecks will be at the next level. And in Blitz you get war attacks, but at the beginning you get character sets for many characters that's very important or are useful. Shang-Chi is very nice and you can use him also in early arena, but he's not like top 10 that he used to be. Maybe he's like top 30 or something like this. Gamora's in the Infinity Watch team, and maybe like Electro is a Sinister 6 recently got a rework. It's a nice time, and they're very good for the villain campaign, and pretty much everywhere except Arena they're very good. So if you're very early in the game and you need a better villain team, those are it, and they're very farmable early on, especially like here. Mysterio is a great character, and he's also here on the raid store. So here there are character shards and some of this here that maybe you're stuck with. Usually they're not expensive, but if you have a lot or you're very limited in this. And here raid store, you can buy gear and you can buy again character shards. Usually a very good deal in the game are those orbs here. Like raid orbs give you 4 character shards from all those random here, 10 and 4, so 14 for 900 they cost, or you spend like 2800 and you get 10, so you get 14 for a lot cheaper. And here you get with 350 you get 10 character shards from many characters, and you have a chance for the newest characters in the game, and you get some gold. but you spend 500 or 975 for the newest character, so they're a very good deal. This orb is not great, it doesn't give you so much more shards than it's worth it. In arena, here you can also buy training mats that are good if you're low and you want to build many characters up, but usually it's best to spend them here on character shards, and it's best to go a bit more focused maybe at the beginning to unlock Phyla well to use her in arena until you get the Eternals. Some characters here, uh, now most of them have fallen off, but like Phyla well, Dagger would be good at the beginning of the game. Darkhold with Heartless are not that bad. No, we're okay in war. And in war, you get here the credits to buy gear and to buy character shards. Again, they are rotating both here and here. The characters that are available are rotating. Here and here, they're always the same, so keep in mind. And you also get the orbs here that you can open with many different gears that you get those after winning or losing a war. That's the difference. So people don't like alliances don't sell matches, and so it's more like not worth it to uh, stage it so you win. There's not a huge difference in winning or losing a particular match in war, but there's some difference in going up in leagues. So if you win like 60 or 70%, you slowly go up in leagues and you get more reward that way. And Cosmic Crucible, great character shards. Quicksilver, when you can get into Cosmic Crucible and unlock him, is a great character right now in the game. Top 10. Gambit here is very good choice. Usually Cosmic Crucible now they're putting the newest or a lot of the newest best characters, so it's very nice. And you can get some more rare gear, and so all of these give rewards, and you can use them as here to upgrade your characters. Let's quickly show what like the type of upgrades are. So you start with gear, you bring them up to gear 18 right now. Maybe if you're watching this video, they're already having released gear 19. The story release more will be available soon. Then you put the abilities here, and the last one are more scarce, like the T4s. These here are more scarce than do I have any cards that I haven't put than this, let's say. And you also put ISO here that give you some stats and some extra abilities. So it gives you a lot of stuff. So this extra ability, let's say, and yellow and red stars, and on top of that, diamonds. Now, it's like all those multiply with each other, and they give you the final power that you see here, and people here that don't have any stars put on them, any gear, any abilities, and any ISO, they're at 100 power. But people here that have everything put in them, they're at 500,000 power. So just very briefly to touch on this, also something very recommended is to go into the web store. So here there's some milestone that will give you there's basically an extra milestone to incentivize you to go into their website that gives you all these rewards that play part of the in-game milestones, and you get daily when you spend that 50 power cores, you get a, we have it here, the next one. No. You get 100 regular energy, 50 of ISO energy, 300. This gives you points in the pass. I will show this in the game, and a premium orb every day. And if you go here in store, where is it? Yes, if you press in the store, there's I claim them for today, but somewhere here there are some offers that say free, and they give you some free stuff every day. So you get into their website and get accustomed to being there because they prefer you buy it directly from there and they pay lower commission. Also here, as a side note, if you just want to spend only $1 or euro in the game, now I don't have it, but if you are have never bought anything, there's an offer here that gives you, I think it's 50 silver surfer shards, 2000 power cores, gold, and training material. So they give you many things to that usually don't sell for $1 or euro, just to for you to get used to using their website to buy things. Usually their offers are very expensive. I'm not gonna talk more about this. And you want to do your daily activities to get those things here in side pass are very nice, and here in the battle pass, and a you do your challenges, of course. There's many things, different avenues that you can get many rewards, and slowly you want to move into like dark dimensions because they give great rewards. Here they will give you all those rewards, allow you to get a lot of orange gear to move to the next one. Then they will add very soon castle here. Then you get Ultron and even more here. The first and the second time you get do each of them, you get some great rewards. You see there are progressively more rewards and the next level of gear. So let's say here you need to have characters at gear 15, and take a look here on the map which type of trait you need to have 5 characters to compete. So then you get Doctor Doom, that's still a great character. Then you go Dark Dimension 5, you unlock Dormammu, and you get a lot of steel gear. And then you go actually between Dark Dimension 5 and Dark Dimension 6 there was Apocalypse unlock, and there's a whole story that I won't go too much about. You can research it, but you need to have every like horseman a character or horseman. So you need to have those 4 characters and their teams. So Gamma here, Darkhold here, Unlimited X-Men here, and Deathseed here. You need to bring them at a certain level, plus the 3 first characters or that they created for the game only. There are not normal Marvel characters. That's Spider Weaver, that's Kessel, that's also Deathpool, and they added Vol next, but this is not required for Apocalypse. And you can get Apocalypse, that's a great character in the game. And then you go into Dark Dimension 6, and next you go Dark Dimension 7. They will put this in a few months in the game. Dark Dimension 6 you get Super Scroll, you get, and you need to have always like 6-star characters, gear 13, 14, 15, 16, 18. And for unlocking Apocalypse you need gear 17, and blue ISO 5 for your characters. The only archetype legendary that you need to have a specific ISO. Also keep an eye here, they're not currently available, but there are some legendary events that run, like this one here, that run for a specific time that allow you to unlock Nova. Now I haven't started, that's why I don't, it doesn't show it. There's like trials they call now, they used to be called scourges, that need a specific team, like Nova. You cannot get into this, but Nova needs like a Masters of Evil to unlock him. And Black Cat, that's for Secret Defenders, the new team now, needs the team from Nova. Where is he? Nowhere. Or Sinister 6. That's also a great team. Sinister 6 is amazing now in the game. For every horseman, there's a type of event like this that usually require a specific team. Now they said they're gonna change it, and we're all waiting for to make them permanent and maybe a bit easier to acquire. I'm just gonna go through them very quickly. Like the first Scourge was for Morgan Le Fay, and it required web warriors basically. There's a second team, but doesn't really matter. They're not very good to build, so maybe wait to see what they will do with the events, because they're not even available to play right now. The second horseman was Rogue, and she required basically Young Avengers. You can also bring A-Force, but where is our Young Avenger? The problem is all the sims now are a bit power are not great to build. And Miles here is both teams, both Young Avengers, Web Warrior. Then there was Red Hulk that needed either he needed Heroes Gardens, but right now you can bring and there are some great Heroes Gardens. Let's go here, Heroes Guardians. Right now you can build the 3 first characters are great in the game. There is not the original team that were used. Here is also nowhere, so it's nice. You can use him in 2. You won't lose anything from building Vol and Better build right now in the game. The other characters are a bit power creep. And like Wave 1 Avengers, that Hulk is already required for Apocalypse, is still strong, Captain America. Maybe you can use those characters and get through. And the other, the last one for Archangel was, I don't know if they're gonna change it, maybe they can just make it just permanent, and you can replay it as many times as you want, so you don't need to rush to, and you have more time, so you don't need to build them as much, because you can play it many times until you get good RNG and play. So here he was requiring either Bionic Avengers that are basically useless now in the game, or Wakandans that are somewhat better in the game right now, but they are falling off a lot. Let's just give a few more recommendations for other game also that I haven't touched. So for Blitz you can use any team, doesn't matter. Raids I have already talked about. Arena I have talked about. In War, Sinister 6 are great, Nowhere team is great, Undying, the zombie team here are amazing. I already talked about secret defenders, that they're great everywhere. Uh, in contrast, let's say, beginner characters like Punisher that you unlock, like Luke Cage, like Spider-Man, they're not used anywhere in the game right now. So the sooner you can get the newest teams, uh, where's Spider-Man? I can build him back when he was used in the raids. Uh, because you get many of those orbs here that also give you a good percentage to a better percentage to get Kang and Icarus that I recommend for a mid-game arena. Uh, and you get those orbs here that give you many of the newest characters. Usually these are very good, and you get some of those when you start the game. So usually these characters here are a good bet to invest in. Uh, so you slowly get, even from here, like from the basic orbs that you get a few, and why it's good to spend energy, because if you spend, like, let's say, where do I want to? Let's say here I spend 24 energy. Get 4 characters card for Anti-Venom. He sucks, okay. I get XP that allow me to go here faster and to reach the higher levels. I can get here gold. I get those that are only released on specific nodes. I get basic orbs that give me some stuff. And I get the training mats, so I get a bit of everything, and I don't go get stuck so much on specific things because I get them spread out. So let's go again here. So in war, Gamma is great. Weapon X is a war team. Underworld that you get for free every day. Mr. Negative, they're good in villain campaigns, but you can get Hela, you could get Sinister Six now, they're better options. And usually the teams that I have here are great. But I gave some examples here. And how they called that I have them on defense right now. New Avengers are great, and they're used for the skirts for Green Goblin that I almost forgot to talk about. Where is he? There's Green Goblin, and to unlock him you need either Rebirth, that also has Captain America, or New Avengers that are a better team. If you have both of them at 0, they will use, if they're a newer team, they will work better even if they're smaller. New Avengers are amazing in war right now. Any infestation in defense, but they're very niche teams, so we can't talk so much about it. In Cosmic Crucible, you have Masters of Evil, New Avengers, you have Tangled Web, and you can use some other strong characters like Eternals that I spoke about. Like you see, you have Eternals here, you have Kang here, you can use them in Arena, you can use them in War, Eternals, Kang. If you happen to unlock the 2 Tangled Web people like Spider Weaver and 2099, Weaver is also used to unlocking Apocalypse. She is here in War, she's using Crucible, she can be used in Arena. It's best to double dip as much as you can in the game. And you can use some other strong team like Infinity Corsair that I spoke about. I recommended for very early because before you get Eternals and Kang, you can use them in Arena, you can use them in Cosmic Crucible, you can use them in War. Already here. Okay.